Hi, this is Tracy HD, and I want to thank you for joining me for the July 2015 Tarot Scope for the sign of Cancer. As I shuffle the deck, I'm asking all light beings, angels, and God, please relay the message I need to share with my viewers for the highest good of all. And for the beginning of the month, we'll take a card from the top. For the middle of the month, we'll take one out of the center. Okay, and in the end of the month, we'll take one from the bottom. Okay, two upright cards and a reversed card. And let's see what this means for us for the month of Cancer. We start by taking the Fool in the beginning of the month. And the Fool, okay, is about to step off a cliff into the unknown. This is the beginning of some type of an adventure, some type of journey in your life. This Fool isn't aware of what the dangers could be for them taking that leap of faith. We have to be aware. We should weigh the consequences carefully. However, this Fool is going to go for it. This Fool is a person who is kind of naive. This person is not thinking things through, but they're going to go for whatever it is, whatever adventure, whatever journey they're about to take. This is the very, very beginning of it. Let's see how the other cards line up for you, Cancer. And then in the middle of the month, we have the Seven of Swords. And what an ominous card. We have these black crows, these ravens flying above. The clouds, the sky is very dark. He's holding his sword here. Each of them have a sword in their talons, their claws, and they're surrounding him, all seven of those swords. And he has wings just like them, and he's kind of crouched down. It's a very dark feel to this card in the middle of the month, Cancer. And what this card signifies is some type of deception. Some type of deception. Somebody's trying to deceive you in the middle of the month. You may be deceiving yourself because this is a card of maybe overconfidence and maybe hasty actions, just like in the beginning of the month, leaping off that cliff without really thinking about what could possibly happen. And then in the middle of the month, coming to the realization that, maybe I've been a little overconfident about the situation. Maybe I've been a little hasty. Maybe I haven't carefully thought out what my actions were in the beginning of the month. And I find myself in the middle of the month feeling deceived maybe by what I expected and it not turning out to be that way. You may feel defeated or betrayed in the middle of the month. And the best advice for the middle of the month is to just cut your losses and move on. Don't let whatever it is that's going on in the middle of the month, whatever person or situation or even yourself may have deceived you, uh, let it go. Let it go. There's no sense in going over it again and again and again. What was done was done. Whether you deceived yourself by having a lofty idea that didn't make sense from the beginning, but you went for it anyway, so what? We all make mistakes. The only way that we become stronger is when we go through these trials and tribulations. So don't beat yourself up over it in the middle of the month, but expect something in the middle of the month to not be as much to your liking as you would hoped it had been. And then at the end of the month, we have the Knight of Cups, but he's reversed. Now, the Knight of Cups, if he was straight up, this is what the card looks like. Beautiful, handsome young man. He's sitting on his unicorn. In the upper left corner, there's a full moon. He is the proverbial shining armor. Okay, knight in shining armor, rather. And he is. The moon is casting a glow on that cup in his hand. It's also casting a glow on the unicorn. But if he's reversed, he's not quite the knight in shining armor that we expected. I'm feeling that the whole theme of this month in July is maybe you took a chance on a relationship. Even though you didn't think before you leaped into it, you took a chance anyway. In the middle, you started seeing a little bit of deception from this person or situation. And by the end of the month, you realized this person was not the person you thought they were. They were not the knight in shining armor that you expected. Okay, this person, I believe maybe you put on a pedestal or maybe gave too much credit to that really didn't deserve it. Maybe we should have thought about, that more in the beginning of the month before we got involved. But, it's just like that. When people cross our path, we don't stop and think about it or research it all that much. I mean, if they're fun to be with and somebody who's intriguing and exciting, we take the chance. And that's what the Fool is all about, taking chances, taking that leap of faith. But in the middle of the month, something arises in your suspicion about this person. At the end of the month, with him in reverse here, like I said, he's usually the knight in shining armor, but he's a manipulative and insincere person. Okay, and they could be downright womanizers. Womanizer is the best word that comes to mind. Very unfaithful. They could, fear being intimate and truthful. They fear commitment. And you might have thought that you were going to have a little bit more with this person. And unfortunately, by the end of July, you're going to see him for who he is. He's a womanizer. He's not serious. He's not going to settle down. So be careful. Be careful of who you give your heart to in the beginning of this month, because Cancer people are so loving, so nurturing, so emotional. And, they expect other people to be as nurturing and loving as they are. But unfortunately, it doesn't always turn out that way. So guard your heart this month, Cancer. If you've enjoyed this reading, please subscribe to my channel. Take care.